Justin, where do you see yourself playing in the Port team this year?
Obviously, I'll probably be majority of the time down forward, and there will obviously be times where I might have to play a different role, if that's on the wing or down back. Whatever Ken really wants me to do throughout the game, so I'll just play whatever role the team needs me at the time, and obviously the coaches will make a call on the day.
Ken Hinkley, all new coaches have a thing for different players. Has he spoken specifically to you for what he wants?
Not really. He's probably spoke to me early on in pre-season and what he wants out of me during the pre-season and leading into the season. He obviously wants more consistent effort from myself and a lot of other guys at the same period of their career, which we probably haven't had in the past, and he's looking at within me. So that's what I've tried to do throughout training and in the last month or so playing games.
26 now, do you think this is the year for you to just step up? You've been tracking about a goal a game for the last 3 years, 10 to 15 Aussies. Do you reckon there's another level you can go to?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's probably obviously times in my game where I think I've probably reached that level where I can dictate games and things like that, but that's probably not enough for the season, not enough games in a row, and that's probably what I'll try to work on with my coaches and obviously Ken. So hopefully I can bring that this year, and hopefully we can make finals for sure.
Justin, just how different has it been this year? The last couple of years has been really tough going here. You're one of the players that's been through it all, can you really feel a different sense around the place at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last month it's really picked up another notch. Obviously coming off a pretty tough pre-season with Darren coming back, which is I think a big coup for the club to have him back, and that's put everybody in really good step to have a really good season. Obviously with Ken and just with his professionalism, his passion, he just wants to get the best out of everyone. He just wants to win, and I think that's conveyed over everyone at the club. So he's got the right guys on board, and I think that's turned the club in the right direction. And I think all the players and all the support staff are feeling that at the moment.
Have you had any feedback from Ken? Obviously, you're just talking about that search for consistency.
Yep.
Have you had any feedback sort of this end of the pre-season?
No, not really. I think he's just happy with probably where I'm at. He's obviously passed the odd comment in meetings and things like that, but he's just looking for me to play my natural game, and I think he thinks that's enough for me to have a good year. So he's put a lot of faith in me to do what I do best, and that's the way he coaches.
So have you focused on anything different this pre-season, or just keeping it pretty similar?
Keeping it pretty similar, pretty simple. Just working on my obviously fitness base this year, and hopefully I can run out games, especially with the new rule coming in the next few years. I think that will help me a fair bit.
Do you think Port can make a dramatic improvement this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking on the last few games, I think we've come a long way from last year. Obviously, it's a big focus for us just to win that first game, just to get the bat rolling and the wins coming. So that's our biggest focus so far. And look, I think things will roll on from there. We've got really good momentum coming into the season, and that's something we're really focused on over the last month.
I know it was only a trial game, but that performance against Sydney was really first class. Were you even surprised at how well you guys did against them?
I think we've put a big focus on a few things. I think tackling and obviously contested possessions. I think if we do those well, we've probably talked about that over the last 2 years, but at the moment we are doing those things well, and that's coming out in the scores on the board and able us to stay in games for longer and compete against those top tier teams.
Just another minute, guys. That win, also the one against Westhoff, obviously huge for morale, but it can also be a little bit dangerous in terms of getting ahead of yourselves. What are the players saying about that sort of stuff?
We're definitely not getting ahead of ourselves. I think those things that we're doing well, they're the hard things, and I think they're the hardest things that you can do in a game. So we've put a big focus on that, and we're obviously doing those things well. And when we're not doing those things well, we can see the bad side of that. So